quick video using the SP, doing the drums on it into Ableton. So you see, I just set up 3 tracks. I got my SP going out to my sound card, inputs, and that's pretty much how you do it, or how I do it at least. Oh, let me show you this. Set your record track. So I already recorded the snares. I can show you that in just a second. I'm going to record this while you're on. Put the kicks in. If I mess up, see, this is what I did on the S on here. I went in, I just used the markers, placed it right on the mark. If I want, for the snares at least. And if I want them off a little bit, I can adjust that too. So this is just a different way of recording. I'm going to use, I have some chords already put in here. You can see right there, I used Scalar into Contact Player with the piano right here. So you can see that. No big deal. I'm trying not to make this video too long. All right, let's record these kicks in real quick. Oh, wait. Might be good to set it back to the loop point, right? All right, back to the beginning. Here we go. Ooh, that's off. Way off. What, did I start too early? Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is off. There we go. I don't usually quantize that, but if you're off on the first one a little bit, then it might be good to do so. Okay, let's try to do this again. It's weird because I'm playing a chord or that I wouldn't play on a normal basis, so you can see. But this just, I'll show you this later. We'll talk about this a little more. That first one's off too, though. There we go. Slide it back. This is why I tend to do drums first and not the keys first. So I'm going to redo these keys so that I can fill it out. But yeah, typically I'm going to do drums first just for that reason. So let's do that. Okay, and Z to undo that last loop around because it'll loop back around, keep recording. There you go. So see the drums? So if you like them like that, a little off, that's fine. If not, that's the cool thing about Ableton. Use the warp markers. If you want, like if something's just, oh, that's the wrong one. This one. Yeah, there we go. The last one could be a little better. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it. Sometimes, so the one thing is if you push one though, you got to pull the one that's nearest to it back forward a little bit because it'll be off. I try not to adjust too much, but this is just one thing you can do. That's cool. All right. Inside of here, to me, it's like adjusting your MIDI notes, right? If you're going to adjust a MIDI note or something that's off. I try not to quantize, though. I might adjust 1 or 2 notes, but I don't use quantization for much of anything, if at all, really. Let's do these hats. I'm going to do something simple. All right. Wait, I'm not ready. As you can see over here, it says off, so you got to have it on auto. Go back. Now we're ready. Okay. Command Z, just so you don't have to record over. You can see it's a little bit off. Again, I leave my hats generally moved a little bit anyway, but if you feel like you just have to move one, that ain't the one I'm going to be moving right there. But anyway, yeah, so I'm fine with that. So I'm going to leave it. If you see me reach, can you see me reach around? No, not really. Okay, good. Because I don't want to block the camera. All right. I'm using a different little small stand here for my cell phone because that's what I record on anyway. All right, I'm going to do that cell phone like this. See if that'll help. Maybe zoom out a little bit more. There you go. All right. Scalar's right here. It's already set to the keys up here for the chords. I just got to turn it on up here. Scalar track. Leave it on auto. Switch that over there. And now we can play with some chords. So I'm going to play the beat. I'm going to loop it out. Like that, some of that. Let's see what I'm actually playing because I'm not paying attention to it. So F major 13. So it's weird to start with that for me. These are different. These are very jazzy. Let's just play with that, I guess. That's what it is for right now. Okay, Command Z. We didn't record that, did we? Or did we? Yeah, we did. So I will do this always. I'm not always, but if I'm off a little bit, like I can tell I'm just a little bit off on that just the first chord though, to be sure it's hitting on. Especially if you're gonna build a loop with it. You know, on everything. I mean, it's gonna already have some movement like that, but. And now you can take. On this one, maybe grab, where is that piano I just used? There we go. It's the Pure and Emotional. Did I use Emotional? I guess I did. We're gonna turn this off a scalar real quick. Turn this one on scalar, and then what we'll do is I will turn this off. This is an A minor, so honestly it's all white keys. So if it's A minor or C major, it's all white keys. It's not a big deal. You don't need to MIDI map the keys to stay in the progression because you know what you're playing. You're just playing all the white keys. So see, I can just play a melody over that. And yes, I map them separate, or map them. It's funny. Yes, I record them separate. So in case I mess up or something like that, it's easier to go back. Right? Fix it. Hopefully you can hear me over this music playing. So this is kind of like a jam session with me. I'm just chilling. I ain't really like trying to be doing nothing all in particular. I just wanted to mess around a little bit. All right, so here we go. Oh, I forgot I only did 4 bars. Oops, don't do that either. So usually if I'm a jam, I might do more than 4 bars. That's crazy. I usually do 16, but so I can just have fun. Yeah, so that ain't gonna work for me. In my opinion, let's delete that. Just duplicate it at least 4 times. Same down here, just highlight these and just give me 4. All right, so that way I can play around and come up with some melodies or something over it. Now hit record, we'll go back and try this again. Goodness, I'm still playing and I forgot it's looping. Well, that's a good fire way to make a mistake. All right, so either drag it out, which I'm gonna do, or you can highlight and hit Command L. I'm just gonna drag it out. All right, try this again. I thought I was just playing. I didn't realize. That's cool. And what I would do, like if I'm doing something like this where it's kind of jazzy, but it's not really like I'm trying to write a melody for you to sing to, like for a chorus or something like that, is this might be more like a one-off here, and then I might go do a bunch of other ones. Or if I don't do it with the piano, I might do something with the guitar or something different. That's how I'll kind of build. Because I'm making just instrumental music. It's not really like a song per se, where I'm trying to come up with a hook or something to that nature. So it's a little bit different. This is more me just having fun. I like to listen to and play more jazzy stuff and vibe out on that kind of ordeal. Anywho. All right, so what's next? A bass. So 2 ways I usually can record a bass. I'll either go trillion and do it with bass instruments. I'll usually go bass instruments. And I'll go with, I actually want to do an upright though. Get off a melody. And since I know all the keys, again, I know the bass is in, or the bass. I know the keys are all in A minor. I don't really need to worry about mapping anything. I'm just gonna have fun and play. Same goes for that one. Get out of here. I like that. So let's go back and at least remember the chords that I played. So that, which I still don't remember. It's terrible. All right, so let's map. Let's get off the bass for a second. I need to go back and remember the chords I played. It's terrible. All right, scalar. Sometimes I'll try to remember that. I'll try to remember those and write them down if I have to. Or I don't write them down. I just put them here usually. There's my first chord. So this is kind of cool because this is like note taking too. In a way, you could use scalar. And I highly suggest doing it too. If you playing chords that are intricate and you can't remember them, like I can't remember half the stuff I'm doing. That's F9. There's boom, there it is. So there's the chords I used. And you can see what they are. So this is a 4/4. So I used to, you can do that sometimes, which is kind of cool. Either use a dominant chord of the chord or something like that. In this case, I'm just using a major 13 and a major 9, but it's the same F chord, right? And then I'm putting a 5 major, which is an E7. This is an E7 like a dominant, like I was just saying, with some other notes in it. And then this is a minor 5, E minor 5. So with the F and the bass. So it's just, I mean, these are like, it's interesting how you can take some similar chords. I mean, almost the same chord practically, just versus a minor versus major, or two of the same and maybe add extra note here or there. And the song's not super complicated, but yet it is in its own way. It sounds more complicated, right? And then you break it down, you're like, wait a minute, that's all he's, okay. So see, here's a C7, another dominant chord. So let me go down here. And then you can, if you really wanted to play with it, like I always says, to me it sounds a little more natural, but you can use scale notes only. I think it's, wait, is it scale notes only or chord notes? Chord notes is, I think, is the one where when you play the chord, it only plays the this one's not a good example to show you in because it's A minor is the relative minor of C major. So it's not like the C major and A minor all use the same chords, right? Or notes rather, and they're all the white keys. That's all it is. So it's kind of like, well, what do you play? Well, you can play whatever you want on the white keys and you're fine. So it's kind of cool. It keeps you in the scale when you're playing, or keeps you within those notes of that chord. So it makes you feel like you're playing better than what you really are, right? But in this case, it's not that hard, again, because you're only playing the white keys. So it's pretty simple. All right, so we're not going to stress the key lock right now. But I do wanted to show you that you can just, and you can save this. And when you save it, then it'll come to, you see I have a few in here saved, like Memories Gone Past and Pieces and Place in Town is a song I put out, Place in, really cool. If my Bluetooth dies, I'll have to switch, whatever. All right, cool. So there you go. All right, so now you saw that. And then, so I put a little, you know, basically a little melody, whatever you want to call it there. Let's get back to the bass. Now, I would pull out my bass, but I don't feel like doing it right now. So we know the chords. Oh, let's go back. I'm jumping around. Scatterbrain, I guess. So look, so F, F, E, and this is a F in the bass, so it's F again, right? Even though it's an E minor. So it's really like simple, like almost one note the whole song. So when you have something like that, one of the things I say, and in this case, because you know the scale is A minor, you can play anything on the white keys. You can either mess around and come up with a rhythm that way. You can stick to the one note and play octaves or play the fifth. Like I know Bossa Nova, I think they play the fifth. So that's the fifth note in the chord, right? You can't see that with this thing locked. Sorry about that. So that's the root note, right? There's the F. That's the octave. So the octave would be the other F, right? F to F. And then the root, or then the fifth would be C. Third, fifth. Yep, octave. And you'll see C is the fifth, and C is also one of the chords for the I call it my turnaround chord. So there's F. So you could just do F, use the Fs, right? And then when you get to the E chord, just use the E. Or use the E in the octave E's. You see them right there. So just play with it. Play off a sound. Don't just play off of just theory and all that, because you'll start getting to where everything just like, oh, I got to do it exactly. No, you don't. Just make the music. But those are just things you can keep in mind to use while you're making music. I'm just playing now, so. Oh, wait. I would be playing, but it's got to start back there. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. I left the keyboard up. I'm using an E note, you see that? To go into the next E. You don't have to do that. That's just me, what I'm doing I'm using, if I'm on the guitar or on the bass guitar, I would actually I might use another note or whatever just to kind of roll into the other one. But it just depends on how I feel. It's all feel, because I want it to still have a human feel. I don't want to be like robotic with it. All right, I got family coming in. I'm going to end it here. That's where it ends for me. I got to go. All right, I'm going to post this in just a second.